Hey everyone, it's Andy Zitzmann, founder of the GAMETIME Movement, where I'm on a mission to helping you and 1 million other people step up your game. In this short 3 to 5 minutes every day, I'm going to provide you with inspiration, motivation, and empowering information so that you can wake up, have a little pick-me-up, get fired up so that you step up on a daily basis. So get ready, because it's time, it's your time, it's game time. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Andy Zitzmann. Welcome to today's show. Today, I got a dedication to my man, Andy Henriquez. Now, I've mentioned Andy before. Andy is my speaking coach, and he shared something with me the other day, and it was an unbelievable speech that he gave. And the message was this: focus on what you know. Focus on what you know. So maybe you're in a place right now where you gotta make a move, where you just gotta step up. Maybe it's in your health. Maybe you got to step up in your career. Maybe you got to make a career change. Maybe you got to start that business that you've been holding off on. Maybe you got to write that book that you've been meaning to write. Maybe you just got to get more focused on getting out of debt and take care of yourself financially and your family, knowing that there's a way out. And so Andy said this, Andy was talking and he says, when he was about to make the move, he was at Florida State. He got his master's in accounting, went and worked for Price Waterhouse, had one of the best jobs out there as a CPA. He had the career, but he woke up one day and he said, there's just gotta be more. And he wasn't happy. And what happened first was he got afraid, and he spent about a year and a half just waiting, figuring out what was he gonna do. But he knew he wasn't happy. And he had spent all this time educating himself to get this job, so it was hard to leave it. He liked the paycheck. He liked that every 2 weeks he was going to get that paycheck. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That security, that safety. It feels good. But he also knew that ultimately he was focused on the things he didn't know. He didn't know if he could leave the corporate world and make something else happen. He didn't know if he could be successful in real estate. He didn't know if he could ultimately learn how to speak and become a speaker and help others do the same. He didn't know. And so he kept focused on what he didn't know, and he stayed in that job for a year and a half until one day he started to focus on what he did know. And you got to focus on what you know. And what he knew was this. He knew that if he didn't take that action, nothing would ever happen. He knew that because other people have done it, he could do it too. And he knew, great quote that he shared, he knew that there's 2 types of pain. There's the pain of discipline, or there's the pain of regret. And the pain of discipline weighs ounces, whereas the pain of regret weighs tons. And he was weighed down, weighing a ton. He was regretting that he didn't make his move, that he didn't focus on what he knew. And what he knew was that it was time for him to take that risk, to take that chance, to go out there and live his own life, to chase the dream that he knew was possible. And so when he went from focusing on what he does know instead of what he didn't know, everything changed. And here he is today, 7-8 years later. He's coaching me, has a thriving business. He's a great speaker. He's worked on the skills. Andy is out there making a difference in other people's lives and his own lives, and he's living that dream. And yes, it took time. Yes, it took discipline. But discipline weighs ounces, regrets weighs tons. Don't let your life weigh a ton. Follow your dreams. Focus on what you know. You know it's your time. You know that there's got to be more. You know that there's more left in you. You know this. You know this. It's time. It's your time to do what you know. Focus on what you know. Make your move. Make it your time. It's game time. Hey, thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for stepping up your game. Here's what you can do to spread the movement. Go to GAMETIMEMovement.com and be sure to share your game time moment of the day, your GMOTD, so that others will feel compelled to share their game time moments too. And if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher Radio, and please be so kind to leave a rating and review so that we can reach 1 million people and encourage them to step up their game too. This is Andy Zitzmann, reminding you, it's your time, it's game time. Till next time.